Sometimes when Donald Trump does something, we call it humiliating, but it's only humiliating if you have a certain sensibility. It's only humiliating if you have a certain worldview. Donald Trump last night gave an interview to Fox News' Sean Hannity that was so cringeworthy, so disgusting, that the humiliation has spread much farther than you can imagine. Sean Hannity actually brought up the story of Donald Trump allegedly calling dead soldiers who died in combat suckers and losers. And Donald Trump focused in on the idea that it's not true that he didn't want to be out in the rain in France and that that's part of why Donald Trump didn't go. That Donald Trump says, I've been out in the rain many times and my hair gets wet and it's no big deal. This is the level of discussion that is happening with the president of the United States on one of the top rated cable news shows. We have a raging pandemic with nearly 200,000 deaths. We have all sorts of economic problems. We are on the precipice of a major election. And Donald Trump is on cable news saying, it's okay if my hair gets wet.
I made a speech in the rain. No umbrellas, no anything. You know, they said, it's just disinformation. I didn't want to get my hair wet. I've had my hair wet plenty of times. I made plenty of speeches in the rain. And if I didn't, you wouldn't be president right now. That I can tell you. So it's disinformation. They made up a story about two disgusting words that they say I said, and I didn't. And I have many witnesses. We have 21 witnesses. They only have sources.
Of course, Trump doesn't seem to realize that a witness to something saying you didn't say it is a weird thing. If someone comes forward and says, I didn't hear Trump say it, that's not proof it wasn't said. All it means is you didn't hear it. And it's very difficult, of course, to prove a negative. That's by its very nature hard to do. Donald Trump doesn't seem to get that. And he insists, listen, Zach said, some guy named Zach said I didn't say it. Well, that just means he didn't hear you say it. Earlier this week, I reported to you that Donald Trump's campaign is tight on cash. They have had to slow down ad spending in some key states. The fundraising is a problem. And Sean Hannity, this is how you turn manure into gold, or at least attempt to. Sean Hannity hilariously asked Donald Trump, is not buying ads a strategy? Like, is not having money maybe a strategy? Even check this out.
Say that is not the case. No. A little shy of $300 million, but I was told by a friend in Florida that Joe Biden has 3-to-1 ads running against yours. Is this a strategy you're waiting, or is this something that you didn't want? Maybe you're just ramping up after Labor Day.
So 4 years ago, I won it in the last month. And we have about 3 times more cash now than we had then. And that's without me putting up any. If I needed extra, I'll put it up myself. I said that 2 days ago. I said if there's any necessary extra cash. But we have a lot of money coming in and small donors. I haven't been heavy on big donors because I don't want to call them. You know, when you call big donors, you sort of put yourself in a very compromising position.
Trump knows how compromising it is to get money from donors because he spent the last 4 years doing favors to his donors. And it's very interesting to hear Donald Trump say, we won it in the last month in 2016. This is not a guarantee of anything, of course. Joe Biden's lead today is 7.5 nationally. Hillary's lead on this day in 2016 was 2.7. So today, Joe Biden's lead is nearly 3 times as large as Hillary's was at this time in 2016. It doesn't mean Trump is going to lose. But Trump saying this year is just like 2016 is assuming a lot. In 2016, Donald Trump was not already the president. In 2016, Donald Trump was much closer to his opponent than where he is today. Those are just factual differences. Then Donald Trump goes on to say that right now, the United States has a record number of jobs. What that means is a question.
I don't know what they're doing, frankly. But they should all be open, and our country is doing very well. We have record numbers of jobs. You saw the numbers just came out. For the 4 months, it's the largest number ever by far, not even close.
So we do not have a record number of jobs right now. Donald Trump has no idea what he's talking about. Remember that the big picture numbers are we lost close to 50 million jobs during the pandemic. Many of those have come back. OK, but we are still way down. The idea that we have more jobs than ever is something that you have a tough time convincing a 12-year-old of. Even a smart 9-year-old probably wouldn't fall for it. But Donald Trump throws out this generality. We have the record number of jobs. It's very much untrue. You're not going to hear any fact checking of it from Sean Hannity. And then also continuing to spread what at this point is just embarrassing disinformation. Donald Trump claiming that if you look at our coronavirus numbers, that they're actually amazing. It's just incredible how well we've done.
It was 2 million, 2.5 million, maybe even more than that if we did it a different way. And we've done a really good job. But if you look at our numbers, our fatality numbers compared to other countries, we're in really, I mean, it's amazing what we've done. We've been able to do something that a country, especially with the kind of size we're dealing with, we've done an incredible job.
The truth there, of course, is our numbers are really, really bad. Now, if you don't adjust for our population, the U.S. has by far the most coronavirus deaths. But we also have a lot of people. We really need to be looking at per capita numbers. On a per capita basis, the United States is 11th highest in the world out of more than 200 countries and territories in terms of deaths per capita. Now, if you take out some of these tiny countries and territories, which can skew the numbers like San Marino and Andorra, the United States has the 9th highest deaths per capita from coronavirus in the world. It's not the lowest. It's not in the bottom half. It is the 9th highest in the world. Question to you. When Trump says this stuff, when Trump says we have more jobs than ever, when Trump says we have the best coronavirus numbers in the world, do people believe it? Are there people who hear Trump say it and think, Trump's right. We've done such a great job. We're so much better off than every other country. Or is it just something he has to say, even if no one is going to believe it? I actually don't know the answer. I know there are people who do think we're doing well on the virus, but I don't know that they think it because Donald Trump is the one saying it. Let me know your thoughts. And bigger picture, does an interview like this do Trump any favors? Is this a net gain for Trump in some way to be interviewed by Sean Hannity, even if he makes no sense in ways that I can't exactly understand? Does this do damage, or does it really not make a difference whatsoever? If you look at the sort of framework of Alan Lichtman, who predicts elections using a qualitative rather than quantitative system, he would argue, I think, that this doesn't matter, that really what impacts the election are big issues. What is the status of the economy? Is there a major calamity, etc.? There are others who may have a different perspective. Let me know, in general, do interviews like this have any impact on the election results we would expect? One of our sponsors today is Lucy, and they are giving my audience 20% off. Lucy is a company founded by Caltech scientists with only one mission, which is to help people quit smoking and vaping by offering a clean, affordable nicotine alternative. Now, many of you know, you've heard the stories. I've known several people in my life who have struggled with quitting smoking. I've seen how difficult it can be. And nicotine alternatives can be hugely helpful. Lucy offers a nicotine gum in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. They also have lozenges, which come in cherry ice flavor. Lucy is affordable. It'll ship right to your door. You don't have to go out to the store. Shipping is always free. You can buy single boxes or save with a subscription. It's the year 2020. It's time to throw the cigarettes away and get rid of the vape. And Lucy can make it easier. You'll find a ton of excellent reviews online from countless people who have used Lucy to quit smoking and vaping. Go check them out at lucy.co. I've put the link right underneath this video, and you'll get 20% off when you use the coupon code Pakman. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm required to give: these products contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.